Hello, world. Good to be back with you. It's always good to be with you. You know I love you. This is the Ken Simmons Show. And, I'm going to issue another invitation. Anybody that's got an interesting story that would interest the public, and if you don't think it would interest the public, call us. We'll let you know whether it will or not. Our number here is 508-866-1019. Only one stipulation, this is a family show. So anything you wouldn't want your kids to hear, we don't want to hear it either. So bear that in mind. We're always looking for people who are interested in coming on the air with me. I'm a good time guy. Didn't have to worry about that. I had a lot of things to tell you today, but my monologue is limited because I have a guest. As usual, I do have a guest, thank the good Lord. And my guests are very interesting people. As you know, we are on a little sojourn, we want to increase the business. We are arrogant enough to think we can increase the business in Carver, Plimpton, and Halifax, our viewing area. And I am very passionate about that. We've had a couple of merchants on already. We intend to have more merchants on. I have a merchant on today who's doing business here in Carver, and we're going to talk to her in just a minute. I've talked to Rich Goulart, who is our executive director here. He's the boss, about maybe doing a little something with Al Jolson. Remember, I told you about Henry David Thoreau, and I told you about Mark Twain. These are my favorite people. And another favorite person, the greatest entertainer that ever lived, in my opinion, and in the opinion of a great many others, is Al Jolson, who was born in 1886, passed away in 1950, and he was one of the first entertainers to go to Korea at a very advanced age, when he'd had a lung removed, and he went over there and he sang, "Swanee, how I love you." He sang his heart out for those guys, followed again by a bunch of other people who came over after him. That's the kind of guy he was. However, I've also read that he was not a very nice guy. If he wasn't on the stage, he wasn't a nice guy. He had little confidence. He was very insecure. He was born in Lithuania. He was the Jewish religious persuasion. And I'm thinking of doing some of his songs, not me, but playing some of his songs here on the air on Area 58. Maybe you'd give us a phone call, see how you feel about that. At the moment, we're kind of on the fence with that, but this could be coming. By the way, I now do 3 shows. I think you should know that. I'm proud of it. This show here, Ken Simmons Show, and we do a show called On the Air, where we leave the studio and go to various locations, wherever they may be. We had one in Morocco, but the board of directors said, no, you were not going to get mileage for that. So we canceled it. So there's the Ken Simmons Show, that you're watching right now, on the air with Ken Simmons. And what I'm kind of proud of and kind of cute is Chloe and me. Just a minute. Chloe, come here. I'm going to show you. Come here. Come on, babe. I'm going to bow out of the picture for a minute. I'll be right back. Here we go. This is Chloe, and this is me. And we do interview. Hello, how are you? You know I love you. We do interviews down the waterfront, and she is absolutely adorable. She's going to be 12 years old this Christmas, and we're the best of friends. Okay, I'll put you down. You want to get down? All right. So that's Chloe and me. Those are the 3 shows we do, and I am delighted to do it. So why am I saying all this? Because I offer you the opportunity to do your own show, and you never call. I never hear from you. Let's have a cup of coffee, sit down, and talk about it. You say, I've heard a lot of people say, I'm too nervous, I couldn't go on. You want to talk nervous? I was pacing up and down the hall with my good friend Rich Goulart just a few minutes ago, just before I came on the air. I'm scared to death every time, but when the camera comes on, it's a different story. Okay, I got to get to my guest now. She's getting a little fidgety, and I don't blame her. Good to talk to you as always. So don't go away. Take off your shoes, pour yourself your favorite beverage, and I am going to introduce you to a lovely lady. Be right back. Okay, here we are again. Before I begin, I want to show you this. I don't know if you can get a picture of that, Rich. It's probably too much light shining on it. That's Chloe and me down at the waterfront. They saw us at the, this is from the, what paper is that? Plymouth Memorial or something like that. And she was very good. She took some pictures of us and did a little write-up. Okay, that's it. Enough for me. I have to compliment our crack staff here at Area 58 once again. Show you how good they are. I saw a guy the other day counting. He was counting to 3, got the first 2 numbers wrong. That's kind of a crack staff we've got. I want to introduce you now to, I'm not going to introduce you. I'm going to ask, because you know why? Because I'm afraid I'll mispronounce her name. And I hate to do that. So I'm going to say, would you give us your name, Miss?
My name's Candace Zonzinger. Everybody just calls me Candy.
Candy. Can I call you Candy?
Absolutely.
I'm good, because if you asked me to call you Miss
Zonzinger.
Zonzinger, I would take up probably most of the show just pronouncing your name. You live in Carver?
I do not at the moment. We're looking for apartments here in Carver.
Okay, but you have a business here in Carver.
We do. We have Round Table Games.
Round Table Games. Remember that name, Round Table Games. How long has that been in existence?
We opened September 1st, almost 2 years ago.
2 years you've been here, and
Yep.
we're just getting around to you now? Shame on us.
Especially since
Shame
Rich
on
is there
me.
almost every day.
Okay, what is Round Table Games?
Round Table Games is a local game store. It's board games, card games, miniatures, role-playing, painting for miniatures. Lots of game space in the store for people to come in and play.
So it's not machines?
Nope.
Okay, let me take one there. What did you say about self?
Well, there's space in the store for people to come in and play games. We've
Yeah.
got a library of over 200 games
Wow,
that people can come in, they can use for the day, bring in a family or, you know, their group. And
200 games.
yep, in our personal library.
Can you explain that? Because I'm stupid when it comes to this. I'm not used to the machines yet. So what I can go in there and play cards?
You could come and play cards. You could come in with your own game, bring it in and sit down at the tables and play. There's usually a few people in there willing to play games with other people. So on Sundays we run Pokemon, which is fun because lots of the younger kids come in and they'll trade cards. They'll play games. They'll do tournaments.
Pokemon, is that on television?
Yep, there's a show for that on TV that a lot of the kids watch, but then it's also a card game.
Do you have the television sets there?
We do have a TV there, so we occasionally pop Pokemon up on there during Pokemon League, so the kids have something else to do.
Are you talking about kids now? Is this exclusively for kids?
Oh, absolutely not. Kids of all ages.
Kids of all ages.
We
Well
have-
put. Well put.
We have, so I think some of our youngest players are in the 5 to 6 range,
Really?
and we go all the way up into the 70s and 80s.
Really?
Yep.
Because I know my boss here, Rich Goulart. He goes there a lot.
Yes, he does.
I see his car there when it should be here.
Yes, we've threatened to set up a hammock for him.
That's good. That's good. You got to explain a little more. I want to go in now. I want to play cards. I want to play poker.
Well, we don't do anything gambling related,
Okay.
so we try to stay away from anything that.
So what cards would I play? Fish?
You could play fish. We also, if you wanted to play poker for, you know, pieces of candy, that's all well and
Or
good.
matchsticks?
No matchsticks, please.
No matchsticks. Okay.
Nothing flammable.
How about bullets?
No.
No bullets
No
either. all right.
bullets.
Okay. So I come in. I'm all alone. I sit down. I want to play poker. I need somebody to play with.
Yep, my husband and I are almost always there.
So you would play poker with me?
Yep, my husband often plays games. He usually keeps Rich entertained for a little bit.
Now, how did you get into something like to be honest with you, and I don't know how about you people out there, but I've never heard of something like this. I know the machines, you know, all that noise and racket and so forth. And anybody that's got a machine games, I'm not knocking you. That's fine. It seems to be doing very well. Is yours something brand new on the game circuit?
No, they've been around for a long time.
A long time.
Just
Long, define long.
longer than I've been alive, so
Really?
that's all we need to say on that one.
Well, that's only about 16 or 18 years.
Thank you.
Okay. Why haven't I heard of this?
They're hard to find because traditional advertising doesn't really work for a game store. They're not something that you're going to see commercials or anything for because that's not the target audience. Target audience is typically your bookworms, your...
Really?
Yeah.
So this is a teaching thing?
A lot of times, yeah, we have a lot of little kids that started playing in our store that didn't know how to read, and because of playing the card games, they'd suddenly start reading the cards. It's sort of tricksy because people don't realize they're learning while they're playing games.
All right, now we're not a commercial station here. And I shouldn't be asking you the next question, but I have to. I come in there to play poker.
Mm-hmm.
What do I have to pay?
If you're bringing your own cards in, it's free.
Wait a minute. You're in this to make a profit.
Yeah.
If it's free, there's no profit.
For the game space, there's no charge. We'd rather have people coming in, building the community. We sell board games on the side.
You sell board games?
Yep, the front part of the store is all board games and stuff that's for sale. And then the other side of the store is all
Where are you
space.
located?
We're located at 128 Main Street, right in the Carver Square Plaza, right next to Dee's Omelet Shop.
Okay, where the post office is?
Yep.
And there's a church there, I believe?
Yep, right across the parking lot is a church.
Okay. And you've been there 2 years?
Almost 2 years,
September?
yeah.
Okay. As you know, we don't endorse or recommend any product or service on this show because we think you're smart enough to judge for yourself whether you want to partake of that service or that product or whatever. What we do recommend, however, is that if you need anything like jewelry or games or your hair done or power equipment or a bottle of beer or whatever you need, we ask you to shop Carver, Plimpton, and Halifax first, because I guarantee you the merchants in these towns are out to please you, and they will do their utmost to do just that. So that's all we are saying. However, I have to say that this lady is fascinating, and I am going in there. I've never been there. As you know, I don't like to do a show if I know the person or what questions are going to be asked. It's all totally spontaneous. I like it that way, and it seems to work for me. But I am going to go in there, and I strongly recommend that you do too, because I want to see a business that actually says you can sit down and play for nothing. There's got to be some catch. Is there? What am I missing?
No, there's no real catch. We obviously hope that you'll buy games while you're there, but at the same time, if you can sit and play, and it brings families together, it brings friends together. We've got lots of kids who will bring their parents in to teach them Pokemon, or parents who will bring their kids in to teach them a board game.
Do you mean that, Candy?
I do.
When you say families get together?
I absolutely do.
Yeah, that's an extraordinary thing for a merchant to say. I know I've heard them say it, but the proof of the pudding is right here, I guess.
We raised our kids playing board games all the time, and it's sad that family game nights have disappeared, so we're trying to bring them back.
Wow. Wow. I am very impressed. You're open at night.
We are. We're open every day till at least 10, except Sunday, which we close at 8 because we do occasionally like to sleep.
You have a website?
We do. It's Roundtable Games.
Look right in there and tell them what.
It's roundtablegamesma.com.
Roundtablegamesma.com.
Yep.
Roundtablegamesma.com. It's very easy to remember. And aren't you curious? You got to be. I am. You know, I'm amazed at my age how curious I get. I get excited. I still get excited. I think that's what keeps me going. Okay, I wish this was a live call-in show because I'm sure you've got a million questions. And the reason I'm here, the only reason I'm here, except for my pretty face, of course, the only reason I'm here is to ask the questions that you'd like to ask, and you're not here to ask them. So We're going to take a little break right now, and we're going to come back, and I've got more questions for you. Are you ready for that?
Absolutely.
All right. Don't go away. We're going to come right back. Okay, we're back, and happy to be so. I'm talking to Candy Zazinger.
Zanzinger. Close enough.
Zanzinger. Not bad. Not bad for
Not
a
bad.
first shot. She's the owner of Round Table Games.
Yep.
And been here for almost 2 years.
Yep.
I'm still not sure what the devil you do to make money and what the games are all about. What did you do before you got into this? Were you into another business?
Well, my husband was in IT, and I was
Your husband's a
working
what?
IT, information technology.
Oh, okay. I thought you said eye teeth. Okay.
And I was a manager of a similar type store.
Okay.
So
Where?
up in Kingston.
In Kingston. Up in Kingston.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Why did you decide to come to Carver?
Well, my husband and I had always loved Carver. We've been going to King Richard's Fair for ages. We've always driven by here and loved the little plazas. So it seemed like a logical step to come here.
Yeah. Well, I'm thinking that as these people get to know you, they're going to love you as much as you love Carver. Because if what you're telling me here today, well, this is the first time we've met, I've never met that's not true. I have met the lady before, only for a very brief period. So we are not intimate friends by any stretch of the imagination. What she's telling me, and you're hearing it, I'm hearing it for the first time as well. I would like to do a show at your place.
Mm-hmm.
But before that, before all that, you people that are listening now at home, your curiosity has got to be piqued. You have to say, I got to go down and take a look at that. Once again, they're at, what's the plaza's name?
It's Carver Square. It's right
Carver
where
Square.
the post office and
It's right by the
Dee's.
post office, Dee's Omelet Shop, Our Lady of Lourdes, I think, Church.
Our Lady of Lourdes, For
Yeah.
Goodness Cakes.
Okay, oh, for goodness sakes. All that's there. If you've never been there, that's a fantastic little area. Go down and take a peek and see what the devil's going on down there. Because I've never heard of this. I think it's wonderful. When the camera was off, I heard the term magic pre-release.
Yep, Magic the Gathering is a card game that's been around since the late 70s. And about 4 times a year, they release a brand new set of cards. So we'll do Magic pre-releases all weekend long. We start with a midnight pre-release at Friday at midnight. And we run events all weekend long through Sunday at closing.
Okay, that's all very interesting. What is Magic pre-release? I still don't know what that is. What's it?
It's a chance for the players of the game to get the cards a week before they come out to the public.
Okay, I was going to say that makes sense, but it doesn't.
Magic is a collectible card game. Each set contains about 200 or so cards. And players build decks out of the cards.
Okay,
When you come down to if you come down to the store, I'll show you how to play.
all right, I'm going to do that. I'm going to hold you to that, but
Because they give us free decks to give out to players so they can learn for the first time. So you don't even have to buy anything to get into Magic.
if I'm going to come to Magic pre-release, I got to come there at midnight.
For the first one. The first one's at midnight for the hardcore players who don't like sleep.
Aha. Okay. Well, I'm generally in bed by 8,
Then you'd want to come to the 11 a.m. one.
11 a.m.
Yes.
That would be more to my liking. Yes. If I'm going to play that, how long would it take? How much time do I need to set aside?
The pre-releases are generally about 5 to 6 hours long.
Wow. Why are you laughing?
Because I only just realized how insane that sounds.
And she's the owner of the place. I must admit, I have to agree with you. It does sound a bit insane.
So, but at a pre-release, players get 6 packs of the new set. Then they build a 60-card deck with those packs. No, 40-card deck. 40-card deck with those packs. And so that takes about an hour to build the deck. And then there's typically between 4 and 5 rounds, which are each 50 minutes long. So yeah, it's pretty insane.
This is a secret that's all of a sudden is on national television. I've never heard of it, and I'm sure that most people my age have never heard of it. I am so curious. I almost want to take you by the hand right now and say, the hell with the rest of the show. Let's go see what you're talking about. Well, we're going to bring cameras into your place and show people, but go see for yourself. Go round table games. Go see for yourself. Now, if I'm there for 5 or 6 hours, as you can tell, I'm almost elderly.
Spring
Don't you
chicken.
laugh at that.
Spring chicken.
Spring chicken. Do you have coffee there, or juice, or water?
We have a cooler and we have a small snack section, which people can. Everything's basically $1. They can grab whatever they need. Plus, we have no problem with people ordering pizzas or running down to the bakery to get coffee or pastries and bringing food in.
You have no problem with that?
Absolutely not.
How about the kids if they come in with ice cream cones?
Just clean up after yourself. That's all we ask.
Yeah. Now, who's there? You and your husband? You have any other employees?
Me and my husband. Our kids are sometimes there to help.
Yeah, how old are your kids?
Our son is 24, 25 now.
Wait a minute now. You just cooked me through magic decompression or whatever it is. And you got a kid in his 20s?
He's my stepson. They're both my stepkids,
Oh,
but
okay.
I've been raising them since they were 3 or 4. So
You don't look barely out of your 20s yourself.
again, thank you.
Is your husband doing this full time? Because it sounds like he had a pretty impressive job.
We are both doing this full time.
Enjoying it?
Absolutely, every minute of it.
Is this the way you want to go the rest of your days?
This is our retirement.
Would you like to open another store someplace?
Not necessarily. I'd rather make this one the best it can be, and just keep building the community.
I don't want any numbers, but how are you doing? Are you happy with what's happening so
We are.
far?
We're seeing steady growth, and every day we get to meet new people, so it's fantastic.
Yeah, when you meet new people, that's my thing. I love to meet new people. Okay, is there any? Again off camera? I heard about painting.
Oh yeah, So I went to school for art, so I paint miniatures. A lot of the role-playing games or the miniatures games require little tiny scale miniatures. So I paint those. I've done a few painting classes for people to teach them how to paint. So.
Do you charge for that?
No.
Somewhere along the line, you've got to charge for something.
I mean, I've taken on a few commissions for people that, they'll give me. I just finished one that was almost 200 minis that I'll charge for that, but to teach people to paint, I will never charge for.
You're a very interesting lady. How many children do you have?
We have 2.
2 children. Both boys?
Zach and Alex. Alex is Alexandra.
Girl.
Yep.
Yeah. How old is she?
She's 20, almost 23.
She college grads?
Son's getting ready to graduate from college. She's looking into art school right now.
Oh, great. That's great. And how about Alexandra? She?
Yeah, she's the one looking into art school.
Oh, okay. Somebody's placing a couple of things beside you.
Oh, some minis.
Is that yours?
Not one I painted. No, that one I think Mr. Goulart probably painted. This is what they start out looking like. They're in a little.
Can you see these? Can I get these to any better? Would a white background help? And who did these?
I believe Mr. Goulart did those.
Rich Goulart, my
Yes.
boss? Really?
He's pretty talented.
He is a very, very, very talented guy. Yes, I would never knock that. He's a graphics graduate, so forth.
Mm-hmm.
Where is your daughter going to school?
She's looking at the Museum of Fine Art School right now.
Oh, wow. That's in Boston.
Yep. And our son's going to Northeastern right now.
Oh.
He's got, I think, 1 semester left, and then he'll graduate.
That's just great. That's just great. All right, if I'm there doing a game now, let's say I'm going to be there 4 or 5 hours, what kind of money would I spend in that 4 or 5 hours?
It depends. For like a Magic pre-release,
Yeah.
it's $25.
25 bucks.
That gets you your packs of cards. It also gets a couple packs put into the prize pool at the end of the tournament.
Do you get to keep the cards?
Absolutely.
Really?
Yep.
So that's like $25 is not so bad after all.
No, not for 4 or 5 hours of entertainment.
Yeah.
And you'll get to keep your cards. You get to keep the prize packs you win at the end. Typically, everyone gets at least 1 pack. And you might spend, if you don't bring any snacks or drinks or food with you, you might spend like $5, $10 on snacks or drinks. You may end up picking up a few extra packs, but
Are you ever so crowded that you can't have any more in there?
we have not hit that point yet. We did come close once at a Pokemon event.
Pokemon. Because I know there's certain, the fire department has certain rules about how many people it can have. In
Yeah,
a
I
store.
think we would hit a discomfort level just in number of people long before we would hit that number.
Okay.
So,
Yeah, a crass question at restrooms.
oh, public bathroom,
Okay.
which I don't like being a messy bathroom. So,
Oh, I can tell. I think you like anything messy. I am fascinated by your business. I'm going to come down and see it. We're going to take cameras in there and show you what the people are doing. That date hasn't been set up yet, but watch our bulletin board, and we will tell you when it will and what time it will be. But before that, go there yourself. Take a look and see for yourself. Play a game. Suppose somebody like me, I don't know what the devil I'm doing, and I say to you, I want to play, what? Would you suggest something?
well, I'd ask you what type of games you've played in the past. If you have any particular interests, do you like Lord of the Rings? Do you like?
Oh, yeah.
You have to hang around with Rich.
Oh, he's a Lord of the Rings
That's
master.
actually, those are Lord of the Rings minis.
Yeah, are they?
Yep.
Is that what they? Do you know the names?
That one would be Gandalf, and that one would be a Thorin Oakenshield.
Wow. Wow. I don't even know what the hell you said, but I think it's great that you do. Is Rich there a lot? Don't
Not as
say
much
anything
as
you
they are.
shouldn't. Yeah, let's forget that question, all right?
Oh, yeah, about as much as we are.
All right.
But he gets lots of points in our reward program, so it might work out better.
We're about to wrap up here, Candy. Is there anything you'd like to say to the people watching?
Come on in and play some games.
Yeah. That's about as eloquent as I would get, that's for sure. That's a good invitation. Again, I think you should go and see what's going on. I'm going. When we do the TV show down there, we'll let you know when that's going to happen. And I would like to take this opportunity to invite you to come and shake hands with me. I talk to you a lot, you see me a lot. How about coming in and letting me see you for a change? Love to shake hands with you and welcome you to this new game store and this lovely lady who owns it. If the game store is anything like her, it's got to be one heck of a success. I want to thank you very much for coming in today.
Thank you for having me.
We'll see you in the near future. And again, it's Roundtable Games. And again, the phone number, we're going to put it, well, it's on the bottom of the screen anyway, along with your web address. So, but again, just give the phone number one more time. Get yourself a pencil and paper. Go ahead.
It's 508-465-1671.
Thank you so much for coming,
Thank you.
and we'll look forward to seeing you. In the meantime, I am going to say goodbye, just like Red Skelton used to say. Goodbye, and God bless.